Hello everyone, welcome back to rFactor 2, where I'm continuing my quest for an online multiplayer license. Today, I'm on the grid at Zandvoort for this Radical Rookies race. It's the second of 3 classes in the rF2 Beginners series, and I'm hoping to improve on my 8th position in the BMW M2 Cup last time out. Qualifying went well for this one, and I'm starting from P6 on a grid of 18. This one is going to be fast, furious, and frantic. Well, we got a pretty decent getaway there as the lights went green. A much better run than Istvan Toth in front. However, we're not going to be able to get around him because we've already got Jamie Cruikshank to the outside. Oh, a bit of a screen stutter there into T1 and another one. That's making things even more tricky. We almost lose the rear as well coming out of T1. As a result, we've lost 1, possibly 2 more positions. Peter Grobler has gone through. Thies Bruynen has gone through. We're down into 9th position. Yeah, this screen is incredibly jittery at the moment, which in turn is making my nerves jittery on this opening lap. We've lost 3 positions from where we started, dropping from P6 to P9, but hopefully things can settle down now. Oh, we almost get out of shape clipping that curb on the left there. Yeah, let's try and settle down a little bit, regain some composure. There's nothing we can do about the screen stutters now. We're just going to have to deal with it. Into this fast right-hander. Bruyden's lost it in front. Can we get by? Oh, we run right into him. Well, I did lift there and apply a bit of brake to try and get past him. I was reluctant to hit the brakes too hard. With these cold tyres, there's such a risk of locking up and spinning yourself. Unfortunately, we hit Bruyden there. But it appears we have escaped with only minor damage. Right, let's go back to check out a replay of the start. Right behind me, someone stalled and that caused mayhem. Fortunately, I was well clear of it because I had problems of my own, namely some screen stutters entering T1. It was really distracting. Both Jamie Cruikshank in the blue and Peter Grobler in the green both got around the outside. Then I lost another position to Thies Bruynen. Lighting up the rears out of T1 certainly didn't help either, but by this point we're down to P9. However, we will get 1 place back into this fast right-hander. Bruynen loses it. He actually runs into the rear of Peter Grobler there. Yeah, it does look like Bruynen might have just saved that until I ran into him. We're on board with him now. There's the contact with the car in front, and there's the hit from me. So it hasn't taken long at all for this field to begin to spread out. We're not even at the end of lap 1 yet, and already Peter Grobler and Jamie Cruikshank ahead have opened up an advantage of more than 1 second. Meanwhile, behind, there's not quite as big a gap. But my attention is on what's going on in front, and it looks like Grobler is trying to move up the inside of Cruikshank into T1. Meanwhile, we've lost Istvan Toth. Toth rejoining from the inside. That must have given Grobler a fright when he was trying that move up the inside of Cruikshank at T1 there, but we have got past Toth. He's rejoined right behind us now, so we're up into 7th position, and actually we're closing in fast on these 2 cars in front. We're going to get past Cruikshank because he's made a big mistake coming out of that left-hander. Yeah, Toth was running in 5th position and he's trying a move for 4th up the inside of Pachi Lopez into T1. Oh, Lopez doesn't leave him much from there and he gets squeezed out against the barrier. Now, I managed to nip by just in the nick of time to get 7th position, and then a couple of corners later, I was up to 6th. Cruikshank getting it all wrong coming out of that turn, just a bit too much gas, and he loses the rear. Well, next in my sights is Peter Grobler. He's in 5th position, but he's now within 1 second. We're only on lap 3. So we're at 1/3 race distance, still plenty of time to go, but I've got the bit between my teeth here because I can see this gap getting visibly smaller and smaller. Now we're also dragging along Istvan Toth behind. Now we know Toth is quick. He was faster than me in qualifying and put it P4 on the grid, so we're not going to get any peace from behind. Well, but look at Grobler. He's got it completely wrong going into the chicane. He whacked that curb on the inside and he almost slides right into the left of us. I think we got very, very lucky there. Yeah, lucky was an understatement. When I saw that crash happening, I really should have taken a wider exit just to give him the space to rejoin. But look how close he came to T-boning us here, within millimetres. But fair play to Grobler there. He managed to get it stopped before the car went back onto the track, but that could have been catastrophic. We're riding on board with him now, and we can see just how close he came. Well, Grobler's mistake put me up into 5th position, but look at the gap to 4th. Pachi Lopez is more than 3 seconds clear as we approach the end of lap 3. However, time and pace is on my side. It soon became clear that I was quicker than Lopez. We're now at the end of lap 4, and that 3.2 second gap has come down to 1.9 seconds. So we're going to jump forward again, now onto lap 6, and he is finally within sight. But not only that, my pace has finally enabled me to gap this Van Toff behind. Toff is now 1.5 seconds back, so I've got no pressure behind. I can fully concentrate on closing in on Lopez. Now Lopez is going to be feeling the pressure here. He is going to have seen me getting bigger and bigger in his rear view mirror. Just a few laps ago he had a 3-second advantage. Now that has been wiped out. He's not very convincing through that penultimate corner. The rear had a little bit of a slide on there. That is going to cost him some speed down this start-finish straight, and this might be an opportunity with a little bit of toe as well. We may be able to pull alongside and tuck it up the inside, assuming he's not going to defend, which he isn't going to do. This could be our opportunity to make a move into fourth position, but we're not quite far enough alongside to make the move stick, and Lopez aggressively shuts the door as he's entitled to do. Well, if I thought that Lopez was going to be easy to pass, I'm going to have to think again, because he is going to make us work for this fourth position. I've carried a much tighter line through there. I'm on the gas quicker, so we've certainly got the run on in here, but I just don't know if there's room to go too wide safely through this section. I do back out of it. So I'm going to have to come up with a plan B, but we know that Lopez will be feeling the pressure now. The heat is well and truly on. Here is the overtake attempt. I pull out of the slipstream to try and tuck it up the inside, but I'm just not quite fully alongside, and yeah, he closed the door there. Well, a lap later, I was hoping I'd be able to make the same attempt at a pass, but unfortunately I'm not quite as close this time. I do almost get there, but I just run out of straight, so I have to think twice about making that move up the inside for the second time. But if at first you don't succeed, try again. We're now jumping forward to lap 8. I've been unable to find a way past Lopez, and he is starting to slow me down a little bit. Look how much this Van Toff has capitalised. He has closed right back in, and he is now just 0.2 of a second behind as well. So I know that I'm running out of time here. We're only going to have one more lap after this one. So if I'm going to make a move, I think this part of the track is going to be my best opportunity, and I think this will be the best time to do it, because we've got the run on him once again. Now I'm just going to have to be a bit more forceful than I have been in the previous 2 attempts. We pull alongside, but I'm going to get my elbows out this time. I'm not going to let him shut the door. Now Lopez is going to challenge around the outside, but he's not got the pace. He had to go out wider, and that puts us up into 4th position. A really clean pass. Oh, I know I've got the pace, so it is absolutely crucial to gap him as quickly as possible. He's going to have his hands full with this Van Toff too, so that will work in our favour. But yeah, it's always so satisfying when you work that hard for a pass to finally come off. This was the 3rd attempt into T1. I finally got far enough alongside. I put my elbows out a bit to stop him closing the door, and I got into 4th position. And 4th position was where we stayed. I was confident that I had the pace to make a break for it over this final lap, and that's exactly what I've done. The pair of them behind, Lopez and Toff, more than 2 seconds back now. They are battling ferociously. I'm crossing the line to take 4th, and it looks like Lopez just holds on to 5th position. Here are the classified results then. And it was a pretty competitive showing from me there. My fastest lap in the race was a 1:41.8. Now that is a couple of tenths slower than my qualifying time, but it's more than worthy for the 4th place finish. Certainly not quick enough to challenge for a podium though. The top 3 in a class of their own. So another really enjoyable racing experience in this new rFactor 2 online multiplayer system. Having great fun in these beginners series. The only problem with this though was the screen stuttering. It was a constant thorn in my side throughout this race. Now it was even worse in the practice session. I logged out, dialed down my graphics settings a little bit and hoped that that would fix it. It wasn't as bad in the race, but it was still distracting. If any of you have encountered the same problems, please do let me know if there's anything in particular I can do to sort that. It doesn't seem to be a problem usually, but it certainly has been at Zandvoort today. Ultimately though, it hasn't stopped us picking up a really encouraging finish. Thank you ever so much for watching.